Hello YouTube. Just going to do a quick review of these Eagle kayaks. We have a SE330 next to an SE370, so we have both of them. I thought it'd be good to see them side by side and you can compare the sizes. The SE330, even though it holds 500 pounds and says it's for two people, it'd be two small people, or it's not going to be very comfortable at all. Perfect for one person though. SE370 definitely can hold two people. In fact, we've gotten three people when my son was young, like 5 years old. We put him in the middle, and we were able to take it out with three people. And we lashed on some, like a backpack, on the front and the back, because you don't have a lot of room inside with three people. And we were able to do it with a small child and two adults. And I'm a big guy anyway. About 300 pounds, so I was able to be in the back, my wife in the front, and my son in the middle, and we were able to do it. It wasn't, real comfortable, but it was comfortable enough, more comfortable than a lot of canoes I've been in. So you can see the size difference. This one holds 650 pounds, the SE370, and it definitely held up very well. And we were in, right next to the Boundary Waters, kayaking. We use these a lot, and in Florida. Some things to keep in mind. They do, of course, have underneath these that stabilize, and you do get a fairly straight paddle once you get the hang of it. It takes a little practice. You're not going to be straight as a string paddling these, but it's going to be straight enough once you get the hang of it. Okay. It's not a particularly fast kayak, but it's fast enough. I mean, you can do a nice steady pace. The paddling is easy. I do highly recommend these seats, paying for these seats and the ones that come with it as standard. The standard seats don't have hardly any back support, and I highly recommend using these seats. They give you good back support, and you'll be very comfortable. These are more comfortable, I think, than canoes. I've been in plenty of canoes before, and I think you'll like that. And because these seats inflate up, you're kind of sitting up a little bit, and again, that's comfortable. These are not really that tippy. When you first get in, you might feel like that, but once you get going, these aren't tippy at all. It'd be hard to tip these over and to fall over. I'd say these are at least as stable as most canoes I've been in, and maybe better than some of them. I have a separate video on fishing out of a Sea Eagle, but I found it quite easy to fish out of a Sea Eagle if you are planned ahead and you've thought ahead about how to actually land a fish. Take it off, put it on a stringer if you're going to keep it. So we've had a lot of fun with these. They're easy to portage, inflated. You stick them on your head and move. This is 32 pounds, that's 26. Very easy to move and portage if you're going to do that. Main thing to avoid are areas where there's a bunch of downed trees and trying to go over that. They do very well going over rocks. Most rocks that you're going to find are kind of rounded off anyway. They're not sharp. But downed trees, if you're trying to get through a shallow area with downed trees, wouldn't recommend that. Those are the kind of things you're going to put a hole in it. I've only had one hole, one damage to the boat, this one, and that was from accidentally dropping a knife with the tip landing right on the floor. That put a hole in it, and I was able to patch that up, and it's holding very well. But you don't have to be too delicate with this. You can pull it over gravel, over big rocks. I try to be careful with it, but I haven't. It's held up very well. This one we've had about 6 years. I think maybe 7 years. The SE370 and the SE330 we got about 2.5 years ago. They've held up very well. Yeah, they get a little dirty, as you can see, but you can clean them up. And great thing is, when you're done, you let the air out, fold them up, and put them away. You don't have to worry about it, unlike other boats. That's what I really like about it. These fit in the trunks of the car very easily. We travel from Florida to Minnesota with them, and that way we don't have to rent canoes or boats. Really enjoy them. They're a lot of fun. They have the more expensive kayaks that are much more expensive than these. I don't really see a need to get those. I think these serve pretty much every purpose you could want. We can go to portage trails on this, go into other lakes. As long as you bring in a good repair kit with you, you should feel pretty good, and bring an air pump, which I always do. So I don't think you can go wrong with these. I think these are a really good deal for the money. You know, the prices are very reasonable for these. And you can get a lot of fun, a lot of years of use out of them. So I highly recommend them. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks.